Tell us a story.
Tell us a story, that's right. Gather in, gather in. Story, story.
Tell us a story.
Shukran, thank you. Let's have a story. Another story you can join in with. It's a story that we learned from Farah. This is Farah 4 years ago. And I'm still in contact. Just yesterday, Farah sent me a message. She's surviving. She and her sister Hala, who both told stories so beautifully on many occasions. This is one of my favourite stories that Farah told. It's the story, a Palestinian folk tale, a traditional tale, called The Fox's Tale. Remember that. Hi, James. This story might remind you of another story you've heard before. Kanya Makan Fikadim Mazaman, there was once an old woman who had children and grandchildren, and every day she milked her sheep, put the milk in a bowl, set the bowl in the house, so that in the morning for breakfast her children and her grandchildren could drink fresh creamy sheep's milk. But one morning when she came down, she found the bowl was empty. Where had the milk gone? That day she milked the sheep, she filled the bowl, she set the bowl in the house, and in the morning the milk wasn't there anymore. The bowl was empty. Someone stealing the milk. So the old woman had a plan. That night she took a long, heavy iron stick and she hid in the shadows and she waited. And in the night, into that little house crept the thief, padding silently, red bushy tail. It was the fox. And the fox started drinking that milk from the bowl. And, well, the old woman was angry. She jumped out and she cut off the fox's tail. And the fox was so ashamed not to have a tail anymore. Old woman, give me back my tail. I'll give you back your tail when you give me back all of that fresh creamy milk that you stole. Oh, how can I do that? Said the fox. Ask the sheep, said the old woman. So the fox went to the sheep and said, and this is where you can help me, he said, sheep, give me some fresh creamy milk that I can give to the old woman so that she gives me back my tail. And the sheep said, nah, I'll give you some fresh creamy milk if you bring me some leaves from the olive tree to munch. So the fox went to the olive tree and said, olive tree, give me some fresh green leaves that I can give to the sheep, so the sheep gives me some fresh creamy milk that I can give to the old woman, so she gives me back my tail. And the olive tree said, I will give you some fresh green leaves if the farmer comes and tills around my roots so I can grow. So the fox went to the farmer. And this is where we get a bit faster. Are you ready to come along with me on this journey? It's a communal story. It's a community story. And Exeter Respect, if it's not about anything else, it's definitely about community. So story.
Tell us a story.
Let's do it together. So the fox went and said, Farmer, farmer, come and till around the olive tree roots, so the tree will give me some fresh green leaves that I can give to the sheep, so the sheep will give me some fresh creamy milk that I can give to the old woman, so she gives me back my tail. And the farmer said, well, I would give you some help and till around the roots of the tree, but only if you give me a pair of boots. Who's going to help the fox? Who would you ask to help make some boots? Would it be the cobbler? So the fox said, this is the last time everybody, this is your last chance, you can get really, really loud if you want to, said, Cobbler, make some boots that I can give to the farmer. So the farmer tills around the roots of the olive tree, so the olive tree will give me some fresh green leaves that I can give to the sheep, so the sheep gives me some creamy milk that I can give to the old woman, so she gives me back my tail. The cobbler, just like you, was community-minded. The cobbler thought, everybody needs something. The farmer needs a pair of boots. The tree needs some tilling. The sheep needs some fresh creamy milk, and the old woman needs some milk to give to her children and her grandchildren so they're no longer hungry. And you, fox, you need your tail. I will help. And the cobbler rummaged around in a great pile of old boots and shoes. Will these do? And the fox took that pair of old, worn boots to the farmer, and the farmer tried them on, and they fitted beautifully. And the fox took the farmer along to the tree, and the farmer tilled around the roots of the olive tree. Oh, and the tree was happy, and the tree freely gave some fresh green leaves. And the fox took the leaves to the sheep, and the sheep munched on those green olive leaves, and the sheep gave rich and creamy milk. And the fox took the milk to the old woman, and the old woman fed that rich, creamy sheep's milk to her children and her grandchildren, and they were no longer hungry. Old woman, please give me back my tail. Here you are, fox, said the old woman. Here's your tail. But fox, remember this. Do you think life is going to be easy for you when you go round stealing other people's milk? And that is exactly how Farah finished and finishes that story when she tells it. Those were her words. Beautiful story, a traditional story. There are variants of that story in many parts of Western Asia. This is the Palestinian variant, and maybe you're reminded of other stories like the pig jumping over the stile, which is an old English fairy tale. Isn't it lovely? A story given freely, generously and hospitably to all of us around the world by children in Gaza over the last few years. So our project is all about returning that hospitality. It's not just people all around the world who are hearing and listening to the stories from children in Gaza, and even if you wish to, choosing a story and learning it and telling it, and if you wish to, actually recording yourself telling that story and sharing that recording with me, and if you allow me to, then I share a story every day on Facebook and on YouTube. There's a link here to the YouTube playlist. You might need to come close with your phone to get the QR code. There's already more than 300 retellings of the story from all over the world. Just a couple of days ago, a child in South Korea called Anna retold one of the stories.